Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on Tricky Maths Part 10. 10 apples cost the same as 6 bananas. 35 apples will cost the same as how many bananas? Now you can pause these slides at any time to try and work it out, and we'll be giving the answers at the end. 100 divided by 1/2 is equal to 8m squared. Find the value of m which is greater than 0. So we want the value of m which is greater than 0, the positive value. Find two numbers whose sum is 12 and whose difference is 1. Pause the video at any time to work on these sums. "20 workers complete a job in 3 weeks, where 1 week equals 7 days. If a similar job was completed in 10 days, how many workers were needed if they worked at the same rate?" Now in the next 4 slides I'll start giving the answers, and remember you can try and work them out yourself before you see the answers, and pause the video at any time. For the apples. Now 10 apples cost the same as 6 bananas. 35 apples will cost the same as how many bananas? Now when you look at 10 apples, which are here, and then here we have 35. Can you see that that's 3.5 times as much? So we went from 10 to 35. So 35 divided by 10, that's 3.5 times as much. You can see that here. So that means 6 by 3.5, that's 21 bananas. So basically 35 apples will cost the same as 21 bananas. Next one. 100 divided by 1/2 is equal to 8m squared. Find the value of m which is greater than 0. So we want the positive answer. Now this is very tricky because it says 100 divided by 1/2. It doesn't say half of 100. So 100 divided by 1/2, which is that, equals 8m squared. So that's the equation. Now 100 divided by 1/2 is 200. Of course, a half into 100 goes 200 times. That's 8m squared. If we divide both sides by 8, that gives us 25 equals m squared. Therefore 5 equals m. Of course the square root of 25 is 5, and we only want the answer which is greater than 0. So m equals 5 is the answer. Find two numbers whose sum is 12 and whose difference is 1. If we let the numbers be m and y, so m is one number and y is the other, m plus y must be 12 because look, the sum is 12. M minus y must be 1 because the difference is 1. So here we have equation 1, here we have equation 2. If you add the two equations together, m plus m gives you 2m, plus y minus y cancels, so that gives you 0. 12 plus 1 is 13. So if 2m equals 13, divide both sides by 2, which gives you m equals 6.5. Therefore y must be 5.5, because 6.5 plus 5.5 gives you 12. That's why y is 5.5. "20 workers complete a job in 3 weeks, where 1 week is 7 days. If a similar job was completed in 10 days, how many workers were needed if they worked at the same rate? Now, 10 days, that's roughly half of this time. Okay, so it's roughly half. So in other words, the number of workers needed will be approximately twice as many. It won't be exactly, because that's roughly half. So here it is here. There's the secret fraction here, 21 over 10. Okay, because there's your 3 weeks. That was the initial job that was done in 21 days, which was 3 weeks. But if it was only done in 10 days, then that's about almost, you'd need twice as many workers. So that's why we go 20 by 21 over 10. So 20 is 20 over 1, 21 over 10, there it is there. Multiply the numerators and the denominators together, that gives you 420 over 10, and that gives you 42 workers. So you need 42 workers to complete the job in 10 days.